Come on, buddy. You can't laugh till it's over. A man's walking along a California beach. He stumbles upon an old lamp. He picks it up, rubs it, and out pops a genie. And the genie says, okay. You release me from the lamp. Blah, blah, blah. This is the 4th time this month, and I'm getting a little sick of these wishes, so you can forget about 3. You only get 1 wish. The man thought about it for a while, and he said, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, but I'm really scared about flying. I don't like it, and I get really seasick, too. So I would like a bridge to Hawaii so I can drive over there to visit. And the genie laughed and said, that is freaking impossible. Think of the logistics. How would the supports ever reach the bottom of the Pacific? Think how much concrete. Think how much steel. No, think of another wish. And the man goes, okay. He tried to think of a good one, and he finally said, well, this is for you, Randy. I've been married and divorced 4 times. And my wives always said, I don't care that I'm insensitive. So I wish that I could understand women. I want to know how they feel inside, what they're thinking when they give me the silent treatment. Know when they're crying and why they're crying, and know what they really want when they say nothing, and know how to make them happy, truly happy. And the genie goes, do you want that bridge with 2 lanes or 4? On arriving home in eager anticipation of a leisurely evening, the husband was met at the door by his sobbing wife. And she's like, it's the druggist. He insulted me terribly this morning on the phone. Immediately, the husband drove downtown to accost this druggist and demand an apology. But before he could say more than a word or 2, the druggist said, now, just a minute. Listen to my side. This morning, the alarm failed to go off. I was late getting up. I went without breakfast. I hurried out to the car, but I'll be damned if I didn't lock the house with both the house and the car keys inside of it. I had to break a window to get my keys. Driving a little too fast, I got a speeding ticket on the way to work. Then about 3 blocks from the store, I had a flat. When I finally got to the store, there's a bunch of people waiting for me to open up. I get the store open, I start waiting on the people, and all the time, the darn phone's ringing its head off. Then I had to break a roll of nickels against the cash register drawer to make change. They went all over the floor. Get down on my hands and knees to pick up the nickels. The phone's still ringing. When I come up, I crack my head open on the cash drawer, made me stagger against a showcase with a bunch of perfume bottles. Half of them hit the floor. They broke. Phone's still ringing, no let up, and I finally get back to answer it, and it's your wife. She wanted to know how to use a rectal thermometer, and well, hold her. Stick it up your fucking ass. All right.
Typical day at work.
Yeah, bus stops, and these 2 Italian men get on. They sit down and engage in an animated conversation with all their hands flowing, and the lady beside them ignores it for first, but then she's galvanized when she hears one of the men going, Emma come first, then I come, then the 2 asses are coming together. I come at once and more. 2 asses, they come together again. I come again and appear twice. Then I come at one last time. And she's like, you foul-mouthed swine. In this country, we don't talk about our sex lives in public. Hey, pull her down there, lady. Who's it talking about sex? I'm going to just tell my friend how to spell out Mississippi.
Yeah.
This farmer goes to a livestock dealer and he buys an anvil, a bucket, 2 chickens, and a goose. And the farmer looks at all the purchases and goes, damn, I walked here. How am I going to carry all this shit home? And the livestock dealer says, why don't you put like the anvil in the bucket, carry the bucket in one hand, put a chicken under each arm, and carry the goose in your other hand? Hey, thanks, says the farmer. And off he goes. And while he's walking home, he meets a little old lady who told him she was lost. She says, can you tell me how to get to 1515 Mockingbird Lane? And the farmer says, well, matter of fact, I live just down the road from there. Let's just take my shortcut and go down this alley. We'll be there in no time. The little old lady says, I'm a lonely widow without a husband to defend me. How do I know when we get in the alley you won't hold me up against the wall, pull up my skirt, and ravish me? The farmer says, holy smokes, lady, I'm carrying a bucket, an anvil, 2 chickens, and a goose. How in the world could I possibly hold you against a wall and do that? He goes, well, you could set the goose down, cover him with a bucket, put an anvil on top of the bucket, and I'll hold the chickens.
A classic.
A blind carpenter walks into a lumber mill and he goes, I'm a blind carpenter, and I need a job. And the foreman walks over to the blind carpenter and he goes, if you're blind, how can you work in a lumber yard? And the blind carpenter says, I can tell any piece of lumber by its smell. And the foreman's like, okay, I'll give you a test. And if you pass, you got a job. So the foreman takes the carpenter over to a table. He goes, I'm going to put some lumber on a table in front of you, and you tell me what it is. And the foreman puts a piece of lumber on the table and says, ready. Carpenter bends over, takes a big sniff, moves his head one side to the other. He goes, that's a number 2 pine, 2 by 4, 8 foot long. And the foreman's like, wow, that's right, but pine's easy to tell by the smell. I think you guessed the rest. All right, here's another piece of lumber for you. He puts another piece of lumber. Goes, ready. Blind carpenter bends over, takes a deep sniff, moves from one side to the other. Oh, this is a tough one. Let's see. Turn it over so I can smell the other side. Foreman does this, and he says, ready. And the carpenter takes another deep sniff, moving back and forth, and he goes, that's a clear heart redwood, 4 by 4, 6 foot long. Foreman's like freaking out. He's amazed. He says, that's right, but I still think you're just lucky in guessing. Let me try one more time. You get it right. You got the job. Goes in the office. He asks the secretary to help him stump this blind carpenter by taking off all her clothes and lying on the table. She takes her clothes off, walks out of the office, lays face down, and the foreman says, ready. Blind carpenter takes a big sniff, moving head side to side. It's puzzled. Takes another sniff, moves side to side. This is also a tough one. Could you turn it over so I can smell the other side? And the foreman gestures with his hand to the secretary. She rolls over. Foreman goes, ready. And the blind carpenter moves his head side to side again. Looking puzzled, he sniffs one more time and he goes, oh, I got it. That's a shithouse door off a tuna boat. And he goes,
Another classic.